Hey everybody, it is late at night and I am Norman. I did it. I bought a $40 vintage Russian watch on eBay. In my previous video, I showed you how crazy it was unboxing this thing. The link to that video is in the description below. Tonight I'm going to do a full review of this watch, and at the end I'll give you my opinion of it so far. So let us begin. Okay, in my previous video, I showed you the crazy unboxing of this watch. Oh, and again, I must apologize for this bandage. A couple days ago, we were celebrating Mardi Gras. I was stirring the gumbo roux, and right near the end, when it's the hottest and the most viscous, it splashed out of the pan, and now I have a huge wart-looking blister here, so I have it covered up for your benefit. That is the story behind that. Alright, so this is out of the crazy packaging that it arrived in, and if you haven't seen it, you really need to watch the video where I unboxed this thing, because that was the craziest shipping packaging I've ever seen. In this video, we're going to do a full review of this. We'll put it on the wrist again, and like I said in the intro, I'll give you my verdict, my opinion of this watch. Alright, let's get started. As usual, I'm going to start with the band and work my way toward the watch head. Now, look at this buckle. It's actually really unique. I don't think I've seen a buckle quite like this. I actually like it. It's pretty cool. It appears to be old. Let's see how kind of roughed up it is. Moving on to the leather. This is new. And the leather looks really decent, actually. It's really comfortable. I have put this on. It doesn't feel like cardboard either. It's actually a really decent leather strap there. I would not have expected that on a $40 watch. And this is pretty crazy here. How it has this metal clasp or metal rivety thing holding that together. Interesting touch. Yeah, looks nice. And feels nice. Moving on to the case back. Nice and simple. We have Russian writing on there, which is awesome. It's a very interesting case back. It almost looks like a screw down, which it very well might be, which is interesting. I don't think I've seen a case back quite like that. It's totally flat. It might be pressure fit in there, but with these notches, very interesting. So the lugs on this are 18 millimeters. And in the listing it said that it had water resistance, but I do not trust that at all. I'm not sure exactly what kind of a movement is in here. I am the worst kind of vintage watch shopper ever. I bought this knowing nothing about it. It was listed as a Vostok 2209. On the dial, it has Vostok. 18 joules, according to the dial there. The crown is a decent size. Winding it is interesting. It feels very... You could hear it click there. It feels very raw, very machine-ish, if that makes any sense. More so than the delicate feel of a watch movement. Let's pop this out. We can see that it does not hack. The movement is good. Let's watch for the minute hand when I pop this back in. Oh, it didn't jump at all. Very cool. And as for the case, I really like this case shape. It reminds me a lot of the Timex Marlin, which is perfect because that is kind of what inspired this purchase. So if we look at the case, it's clearly vintage, but it's in pretty good shape. Not bad at all. I like how thin it is. And that crystal looks great. I have taken this to the white diamond buffer, so it's even more clear than it was when I got it. There was micro scratches all over it. Nothing you could really see, but it looks visibly clearer now. Yeah, that case is really cool. Now on to the dial. And this is interesting. I like the dial design. That's kind of what caught my eye when I first scrolled past this thing. But in person, it's very strange. It almost looks like someone printed these indices on a piece of construction paper or something. It's very bizarre, and you can see that there's a little white speck there. And it's a little bit darker and shinier around the center there. But I like the aesthetic of it. That looks really cool. And the hands are pretty interesting as well. Let's see if I can get it to focus. There's a slot running right down the middle. The seconds hand is pretty cool. Very interesting. I kind of like the red in contrast with the black and white. And the red is mostly still present on that hand. Let's put this on the wrist and see what it looks like. Here it is on my 7-inch wrist. It looks really sharp. Those proportions are so cool. That is exactly what I hoped for when I bought this. As for the specs on this watch, the seller was refreshingly transparent. So the case is chrome-plated brass. It is 34 millimeters in diameter. Again, we have 18 millimeter lugs, acrylic crystal, of course. The production year is listed as being 1970 to 1979. Nice. So what is my verdict on this watch? So far, I'm actually really impressed. The movement has been running for a few hours now, and it is still spot on. Well, it was spot on before we messed with the crown here on this video. But right before filming, I double checked it to my phone, and it was still within 30 seconds of what I had set it to way earlier in the day. The dial is strange, but it looks nice. It doesn't look dressy, but it looks nice. It would look dressy if it didn't look like they were just kind of printed on a paper or a similar look to that. But it looks really good. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how long the movement energy reserve lasts. So, yeah. I will be keeping an eye on its performance for the next few days, see how it does. But, yeah, so far this is $40 well spent. I am really impressed. So there you go. We've now looked at a $40 vintage Russian watch that I bought on eBay, and it looks pretty good. The dial is a little weird though, but the proportions are great and it looks so good when you're wearing it. I'm pretty sure that this will be around for a while and it'll probably get a decent amount of wrist time. Thanks for watching.